we're in the option period right now. We're just trying to kind of negotiate kind of repairs. Like we found there's foundation damage, so we're just trying to navigate that. But I think we're going to work it out. So, and then I got some buyers that I told them to send me a list of homes they want to see on Saturday, and they sent me 9 homes. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have to pump the brakes on 9 homes. I mean, that's like the full day. So
Yeah.
I told them to pick. I said, pick your top 5, and we'll go there, and then we can split it up on another day and do a different day. So
Were you able to pull all those sellers disclosures from all those properties? Maybe you could provide that to them so they can narrow that down a little bit.
yeah, unfortunately, I mean, that's a good idea. No, they sent it to me last night at like 9:45. I was in bed, so I haven't had a chance to do that, but
I
that's a
used
good idea. Like I can go kind of just glance over them and see if there's any like red flags to, hey, this is a waste of our time. Um, but their budget is what it is, so they're kind of limited.
Yeah, that usually gives a lot of information. And if there's not one there, I usually reach out to the listing agent and ask them for one. Usually they'll text it to me or email it to me like immediately. So it's just a matter of asking them because I guess they don't want to put it in the MLS. But I just like to have those before I show a property because I don't know. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I guess it's like showing without a pre-approval. Like nobody wants to do that. But, you know, sometimes they just don't have them available. But yeah, I'm sure they'll find something in the 9.
Yeah, well, in 5, at least on Saturday, and then we can do it a different day, the other 4. So
Awesome. Everybody's rolling in. Whitney, what do you got on listings? What do you have that you can share with us? Today we're talking about listings.
What would you like to know?
Yeah.
I have nothing to share.
we want all the secrets, Whitney. Give us the goods.
We're gonna poke you today. Just like
here's my secret on listings. I was scared shitless in the beginning of my career to do a listing appointment. I do not know why. I was in my own head about like I just suck. I felt not very confident. Buyers, I absolutely love. It's so easy for me to connect with buyers. The process, the steps, it's the same way. And so it's very easy to just communicate that. I think listings I struggled with because, sellers are just so wildly different and every house is wildly different and every situation and the comps and the reports. And I just, I've got it under control now, but I think my biggest thing that I am successful with is literally just being myself. Like, I don't do anything differently. I mean, I've been on listing appointments with Ozzy before, and I am like, whoa, I don't say any of that. Like, not even close. And I just realized that, like, I am myself. That makes me special. And so I just try to, again, it's about relationships and connecting and building trust. And so if anyone's struggling with listing appointments or being nervous or whatever, I mean, yes, it comes down to the data and all the other things, but I think that you align with people that you're meant to. And if you don't get the listing, it probably might be a good thing. They might be just completely crazy and are going to ruin your life for the next 6 months. Just, I mean, like, that's like nothing technical from me, but it's like, just be yourself, connect with people, be genuine. We're out, they're hiring us to make a really big sale and they want to make a lot of money. So they want to make sure that they trust us and they like us and then they'll move forward with us.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm not a listing person. I mean, I'll take it, but I'm just super nervous like that. I'd rather work with buyers.
Like, why are you nervous?
I don't know. I mean, people say like it's easy and it's just, but the buyers are the hard ones. But I don't know. I think I just like, I don't know. I don't haven't figured it out. I think I'm still where you were in the beginning of your career. You know what I mean? In a couple of years, ask me and it might be different. But
I mean, there are listings that I've walked away from because I'm like, you're crazy, bro. Like I can't, I'm at a point where like I don't want to spend my time and effort and energy on anything that's not like reciprocated or mutually respected. And so I think it just builds from there. You have like a good experience with with a good one. And then you're like, oh, it's not so bad. It's the worst when your listings are not selling and your sellers don't want to drop their price. And I've just also learned to be like really transparent to say, I don't sugarcoat it. And I'm like, you're either going to drop your price or you're not going to sell. So you can choose. Like, and they just sit there on the market. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm telling you right now, but that's fine. It's on you.
Whitney, let me ask you about that. So I got one. It's kind of similar situation, except my seller is like just not in a hurry. He just doesn't care. He's like, I'll just let it sit. And I'm like, okay, and part of it is just the kind of unique location of where it's at. It's kind of off in the middle of nowhere, right? But it's a nice home. There's a ton of homes kind of around it that are similar. None of them are really selling. It's not like his is the only one not selling, but I mean, I'm just like, okay, as long as you're good with it, I'm good with it. I mean, he's totally easy to work with. He's cool. He's easygoing, but he just doesn't want to budge right now at all. So it's just like, okay, I'm just letting it roll.
Price issue?
I mean, well, anything's a price issue, right? Like, I mean, if we can go down to like 200, I mean, it's listed for 315. Penelope's doing an open house on this weekend. It's listed for 315, but like, I mean, if we put it for 200, it'd sell tomorrow. I mean, at some point, you cross that threshold of, yeah, someone will do it for the right price, but it's like, he's not willing to give up right now. He's, I guess in the listing appointment, I said, well, what are you thinking? He's like, well, I'm thinking 340. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't think it's that. We listed it at 325 and it sat and it sat and it sat, and we reduced it to 315. But that just kind of gives you an idea. Like in his mind, originally, he thought it was 340.
Right.
So we're way off already. You know what I mean? So like asking him to go lower, I mean, that's even more, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, I have the exact same situation going on. And I feel like, you have to tell people all the time, like, I don't create the market. Like I cannot make 340 for you happen because it's just not in the comps. It's not in the data. The market's not willing to do it. So my job is to interpret that and to be honest with you about it. So again, I like, yes, I'm like you, where I'm like, I'm always going to tell you the truth and I'm always going to give you my best advice, and you can do with that like whatever you will. But like, for me, it's hard to get passionate about marketing a property that I think could potentially be overpriced. So, I mean, it's just like the odds are it's just going to sit there until somebody's going to come along and lowball you. And my only advice is like, maybe talking to him about a reverse offer. And that's just, again, a number. It's like an honest conversation. And I always say, we're not going to drop the price right now, but what is the number that you would be willing to take? And it's like, I don't know, 300. I would take 300, but it's listed for 315. So only I know that you would sell it for 300. And then let every agent know that's ever shown the property. I actually type out a 1 to 4, and I fill out the whole contract, like whatever title company I want, whatever non-realty goes with the property. And I literally send it off to every agent that has shown the property. And then I send out a blast to all the people that are following the property to say, you have a special opportunity to get this price like for 300. And that's called a reverse offer. I've sold properties like that before. And then also it's not worked for me before.
yeah,
but it is a tactic.
I got you. That's actually interesting. Well,
That's Virginia's.
his wife.
I've never thought of something like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. That's
a nice
genius.
little
I love
nugget
that.
there.
Yeah,
So
it makes the seller comfortable because they're not exactly dropping their price publicly, but it's like anyone that has any interest, Penelope, at your open house, you can have a printed out 1 to 4 to say, look, hey, between me and you, I've got a reverse offer here from the seller. He would sell it today for, I don't want to like come across as like a cheesy salesperson, but it's like I've been given the permission to let you know that he's going to reverse offer anybody that's interested. So I'm telling you right now that he would sell it for 300. I have the, I don't have them sign the 1 to 4. I just fill it out and print it out.
And part of me is kind of waiting him out because like his wife got a job like an hour and a half away and she's making that drive every day. And I'm like, well, at some point, you know what I mean? Like she's going to put the screws to him and be like, hey, we need to move a little bit closer. So I'm just kind of like, all right.
Are you going to help them buy?
Yes.
That's a pain point right there. I mean, that's motivation to say,
Yeah.
like, when do you see yourself moving and how much longer do you want to keep doing this over here with your listing? Like, I'm not a pusher, but you have to ask like kind of, challenging questions that might get them to think.
No. Yeah. You're right. No, I mean, that's where this conversation's going. I mean, we're almost to that point.
Totally. So. Yeah. I think that's like the best sales tactic. Like, hey, I'll do this as long as you want, but I'm just curious, like, like, how can I help you move forward in the future?
That's the exact wording I'm going to use. I will do this as long as you want, but at some point, at what point are you going to want to get her closer to where she works? So.
Yeah, I hear you.
Y'all are definitely giving out some great pointers. I'm new to AEA, so this is great to hear.
And if anybody has specific questions about like what we've talked about, or you want me to like go into greater detail about it, like you're always welcome to reach out to me with questions or text me. If I can't answer, it means I'm with the client, but I'm available to like elaborate. It's not like you don't have to be in the dark about it.
I have a question for today. I have a listing. Well, thank you, Whitney, for that. And thank you for offering advice for the rest of us. I have a listing that's been sitting on the market for a while. We're talking months, and Michael can jump in anytime. We found a buyer, loves the house. I mean, loves the house, moving from out of state. He's a police officer in, Missouri, maybe, I don't know. Long story short, he cannot get employment here because they need a local address. And therefore, he can't get approved for a loan. And I know this is listing questions. So Mike and I have been sitting around. We talked to different lenders. We brought it up to Jennifer, and we're trying to come up with options. First, my question is, has anybody ran into this situation before? And second, because my listing is a couple who went through divorce, and they may even entertain the idea of leasing it to him. I just want to make sure I know how to properly do it so that I can protect my seller in this situation. And so I'll start there and then see what you guys can, advise us to do, or if you had this similar situation before.
No answers, Penelope. That's where we're at.
Penelope.
The wife has a pre-offer letter. She's good, but she doesn't make a lot. She's not going to qualify for the home on her income alone. They need his income. Problem is he's a sheriff where he's at out of state. And he's applying to the Brazoria County Sheriff's Department, but they won't let him even apply without being a Texas resident. So he's wanting to move down. They need his job in order to do it, but he can't get his job without an address here, and he can't get an address here without his employment. So it's like a weird situation.
So what are the lenders telling you? Like, what did Jennifer Grove say?
Jennifer's idea was her initial idea was get a family member to co-sign on it to be able to qualify for it so that he could get in the house, get the job, and then in 6 months do a refinance, some kind of refinance. Because I asked her, like, is he going to have to pay closing costs and all these things all over again? She said, no, it's called a streamlined refinance, where basically they just take the co-signer's name off and just replace it with the husband. And I'm like, okay. So she was supposed to be reaching out to that guy and seeing if that was a possibility. And I don't know if she got a hold of him or not. He works weird hours. So that was just like yesterday afternoon.
Do you know
And I guess-
AL?
Go ahead.
Our other preferred lender, AL Carney? I would run this situation by him as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We put him in touch with 2 lenders so far. IL is not one of them, but we can maybe reach out to IL also if Jennifer can't
He's
come up
just,
with a solution.
I just think he's brilliant, and he's helped me with so many dumpster fire, like just the most worst deal going down in flames situations that he got me out of. So he's always like my first resource.
Okay. I'll call him today to see what he has to say.
And I guess the second part of my question is, if nothing really works to get him pre-approved right away, and my seller agrees to lease the house and he agrees to lease the house, how can I, maybe if they do decide to sell it to him, how can I be involved in that? How can I make sure, I follow this deal all the way through?
So I've kind of had the situation happen. It was last year. My seller did not want to lease it, to the potential buyer. I did talk to a real estate attorney who was like, this is not the best idea, because it's like, what if they don't get approved? What if all these what ifs, there's like a lot of liability. And we ended up not doing it. So I feel like a more creative answer would be like, and it's hard because you can't like establish an address through an Airbnb, because then they think you're about to like start squatting, so
That's funny you say that, because that's what I told Mike. We should probably consider.
well, if you have like somebody that's willing, that understands, and you're like, I will sign a paper that's gonna say I promise to not squat on your property. But that's like a tactic that squatters do, is they set up residency, and like then it's hard to get them out, right? Like they know nobody here. There's no family whatsoever.
No, she's got family here. Yeah, I think it's the wife has family close by in Brazoria County.
So why can't they just use that as their address for now?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I guess that's why we're asking this question. Is that a possibility? What would that look like? Would they have to move into that residence? Is there going to be a residency check? I don't know how all that works.
Change his driver's license.
But who's checking?
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, I come from the education background, that I'm a coach. So like when we have an athlete move in, and we have to do residency checks, we have to knock on the door and make sure they live there. So I don't know if that's something in real life, that you have to do, but
in this situation, I don't believe anybody's going to be knocking on doors. But Penelope, I think the most important thing that you have to remember in this situation, who you're representing, and that you're protecting that client and doing your fiduciary duty to give them all of the information so that they can make a decision on whether they want to rent. I mean, because even if they would like to rent that property, there's criteria that they have to, go through to be approved to rent that. And if at this point, because of their situation, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that, then that should also, help your client make that decision. Like, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but it almost sounds like we're trying to push a situation to make it work when we don't have all the ducks in the row to make it work. So I just want to.
No, I agree. I even told Michael, I said, either way, without employment, he probably can't get a lease anyways, right? Wife was only making a few dollars an hour, so he has to prove income to even lease it out. I haven't even presented to my seller because I have nothing to present to them yet.
Yeah.
But I so happened that I did find the buyer, and then I introduced Michael to him. So I had built a relationship with the buyer myself, but I immediately passed them on to Michael. So I'm somewhat curious and trying to find ways to make it possible in a way. But I still know I'm still quite aware of my representation, because I even brought it. I told Michael, I said, you know what? At this point, he has to get employment. I mean, or he has to get pre-approved. Even if he doesn't lease that house, he's gonna have to lease something else. So yeah, I totally agree with you, Lori. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's thing. And then back to, if she has family here, it's a matter of just going to go get an ID with that address.
Absolutely.
That's all he needs is an ID. Like, it almost makes me feel like, are they even real if it's like they can't go just get an ID? It's so easy. And with that ID, it opens up so many doors for this buyer or tenant to move forward with the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
they're
like,
closing on their home this week, right, Mike? They're closing on their home. They're like in desperate need of a place
Yeah,
here.
like he's closing this week on his home out of state in Missouri, whatever it is, one of those M states. And anyway, he's like, yeah, we need to do something, figure it out quick.
but like,
Well,
why wouldn't her family be like, just use our address? It's cool. Like, I don't understand why.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
so
know. We don't know the relationship or the dynamic between them and their family. I don't know if they're estranged. He just said that they do. The wife has family there. You know what I mean? It could be a full house already where they actually, they can't live there. So, but
I don't
what
mean
y'all
live
are
there. I
saying
mean,
is just
the
use that address. And if they have to, they'll get a hotel room or something until he gets a job, right? That's what you're saying?
Just use the address. He doesn't have to live there. Like, use the address so that it can open up the possibilities for him to move forward with leasing it or going through Jennifer to get the pre-approval so that he can get the employment. Like, he doesn't have to live there. All he needs
Okay,
is that
well,
ID.
Yeah, just to
as
show
a young agent, I didn't know that. I mean, it sounds like address fraud, and I don't even know if that's even like a crime, a real crime or anything. So, like, I'm learning all this as we go. So, thank you.
I mean, I even consider what if he gets, I mean, he's going to need time to close. He should probably get an Airbnb for a month or two, use that address, get the employment, get the pre-approval, and then, move on. I just don't know what type of mentality they're under, because it's really not on us, Mike. Honestly, I feel like this is a really strange, but I think he's going to have to figure this out himself, because he's going to need a place to live. We're just really curious to see if anybody had the same situation when it came to employment and getting pre-approved.
Well, and I think sometimes you have to paint the picture for them, because just like you don't know what you don't know, now that you guys have this information and can get creative, now you can go back to them and paint that picture for them. Hey, we have a couple other options. You're putting the ball back in their court for what they're willing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think they're drawing more attention to themselves. Like, had they just used a family address and moved it along, it would be like nobody would think twice about it. Now
Right,
it's like
never.
now it's like all this attention, like about where they're going, and is that your address? It's like, I mean,
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you.
What time is it? 8:28. Okay, let's go into gratitude and bucket fillers. Who's got a gratitude and bucket filler? And let's not all go at once.
I'll go.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. I am grateful for. Sorry, the people are getting a new roof across the street. I'm grateful for like AI, the technology that we have within our office, and just exploring and masterminding with everyone in our office about it. Because last night I did a deep dive into Claude and just really found some really awesome new. And I integrated it onto my desktop. And then I integrated it with my Gmail account, and I completely organized my entire email and made it organize it by deal. It shoved all the emails associated with every single deal on the side. I connected it to my calendar. It's already organizing all of that. It's setting like appointment reminders and everything. And it's Claude. So it's kind of like a little like assistant, but it's AI, and it'll work at like 2 o'clock in the morning whenever I remember something. So anyway, so I'm just grateful for that and just excited to share some more information that I found.
Yay! Thank you. Yes, share, please. Who else?
Your way.
Yes.
I know, I have no idea how to use that.
I know.
It stresses me.
Sounds like sounds fun. I mean, sounds like it's very helpful.
I need to chat GPT how to use that.
Who else, guys? Come on, let's see. I know we're grateful for something.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, Jackie.
morning.
Yeah, I'm grateful for many things. Actually, yesterday, Aislinn shared, she said 600 expires house. That is a great opportunity for who the new agents and me, we are digging in the system to get clients. So that is good. I'm happy for that. And also that I was working yesterday at the office, and the opportunities I can have being there is great. So I'm grateful for that too, for the office, for the people who is around us, giving us opportunities and to grow. Mhm.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Yay.
You're welcome. And you left your charger. It's on my desk.
Yes, please keep that for me.
I got
Yes, well, I have another charger. Thank you so much.
I got you. Anybody else? Gratitude and bucket filler.
Grateful for Penelope. She's going to do an open house for me this weekend.
Yay.
You got it.
Anybody else?
When this is over, I do have a listing question also for the room. Something I need to know about.
Yeah, we're going straight into agent real talk. So
Oh, perfect.
What is that?
we'll let's just talk about it. What do you have? And let's talk about it.
So I have a property. I have an agent call me yesterday. She says she's got a buyer that is interested in it. He's going to make an offer, but he hasn't sold his house yet. Obviously, it'll be under contingency, but I don't even know if his house is on the market. If it is, he doesn't have any offers on his house. So it'll be a contingency. What do I need to put in the contract that allows us to continue to accept backup offers? Is there anything that I need to do if we accept this contingency that allows us to still market the property and still accept other offers? And then as a follow-up question, when I get an offer, what do I do? Do I go back to the original, contingency person and say, all right, we have another offer. Can you match it or beat it? Is that what I do? How do we handle that?
Mike, I suggest you to get the contingency addendum and read it, because it will literally answer every question you just asked.
Okay, read the contingency addendum.
Yep.
Anybody else?
And that's in dot loop, right, Lori?
It might be under other, but you can also find it in track under the forms or NAR.
Okay, so I just Google that contingency addendum trek, and it'll pop up probably.
Yes, sir.
You would also change the status to option pending, continue to show. Or keep it pending, continue to show.
Well, you can do option continue to show. When the option is over, then you move it to pending continue to show.
That's what I mean. Thank you.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Hello.
I just didn't
would
know if
like
there's
to-
anything in the contract specifically what allowed me to do that, but it sounds like it's in the contingency part of it.
Addendum. Go ahead, Jackie.
Okay, thank you. I would like to have some advice about the client, please. It's not listing, it's a buyer client. She got, I think she's separating from her husband, and she has this kind of restriction thing already she got for her and her kids, and she's looking to buy a home. She has a low income, but she has her mom's support. So her mom is going to be a co-signer, but she's married to this gentleman. So she has asked me 2 times to connect her with a lender. So I connect her with Jennifer. But I need please some advice. Maybe from your experience, you have some advice. I really want to help her. So help me now to know better and help her in a better way, please.
So she's still married, but she's separated.
Yes.
Okay, so if she buys a house, she buys a house with her husband.
No, she doesn't have a house. She's renting right now. She's in Airbnb.
Does she want? She wants to buy.
She wants to buy it.
Okay,
And
so
her mom
if
wants to help her.
if she buys a house while she's still married, she is buying her house with her husband.
Okay.
So she needs to get a divorce.
In the state of Texas, you are either married or you are not married. And if she is separated, they don't care. You are legally married and you are buying a house with your spouse. I don't care if you've been separated for 10 years. So if she's not divorced yet, she's buying a house and he's going to have to sign with her.
Okay. There is no other way.
There is no other way. So either she wants to buy a house with her ex-husband or she wants to formally go through the process and get divorced.
Okay.
And then he will not have to sign.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Winnie.
Yeah. Never mind.
Say it. Natalie.
Next.
Joe has a client that's waiting for him to get divorced. And he's like in so many days of it. So it really sucks at some point, but it's something that we have to go through.
Okay, thank you, Gloris.
Maybe you can just to help her send her to the Houston Volunteer Lawyer Program. They'll help her get a divorce. That's all you can do, though.
Okay, Houston
That's what I did.
Volunteer.
I mean, it's a great program that helps low-income people that need assistance with lawyers that can't afford it. So that's what I did to one of my clients because she was in the same situation. So
What was it called?
it's the Houston Volunteer Lawyer Program. And so they'll you do a questionnaire, and then it's like an intake, and then they'll work with her. And if her income's low, they'll help her out. I mean, I know people who've used the program. So.
Oh, Houston Volunteer Lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, but that's one that I know of for sure.
Oh, they do for different stuff.
I think there's also a program with the TSU, and they have it's another program they do, and they have different categories. So family law, they also have a real estate law. So
Especially for people who feel like they don't have a way out through the divorce to keep moving forward because of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we see that so much, right? With selling properties, even buying properties. We see people all the time who are going through the divorce, and it's sticky, it's messy. So we're there to advocate for them to be able to give them that resource and either speed it up or help them through the process.
Yeah, because they might not know that. And so she's stuck trying to get a divorce and she can't afford it or a lawyer. And then here's this program that can help her. And if you just connect the two, then she can get a divorce and then she can buy a house. It might take a little while to nurture, but I mean, that's kind of the shit I like to do. I mean, for some reason, I just like to get them from point A to point B, and it's a nurture. It's a challenge.
Okay, it's a great help. Thank you so much, Natalie.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you just have to give everybody the facts. Like you can't like save everybody from their situation, but just let them know how it works and give them the choice and then let them do what they need to do.
Okay.
Point them in the right direction.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I got it. Thank you, Winnie.
So I have a question. This is Anna for the ones on Zoom. I have it's a lease question. The listing agent has not sent me the bed bug addendum. Is it supposed to be sent through every lease, even though there obviously are no beds? I mean, I know they can hide anywhere else in the house. Is that supposed to be sent?
Are you representing the tenant?
The tenant, yes.
So you provide that document.
Okay.
So you just get your client to sign it,
Okay.
and then you provide it to the landlord. Some landlords could care less about a bed bug addendum,
Okay.
but there's so much case study and law with the bed bugs in the leasing world that our brokerage requires it.
Okay.
So because you represent the tenant, you provide that, get it executed, and then provide it to the landlord.
Got it.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What else we got, y'all?
Okay, I'll add something. So, back to my little like flawed thing that I went through and did. It even helped me. It actually read through my emails and made drafts in my email for responses to emails that I hadn't had a chance to respond to yet. And I was able to then plop into my Gmail and review the drafts and then send those out. So that was another fun little fact that I figured out of integrating Claude with my desktop with the Gmail. So just saying.
You need to do a little class, a Claude class, so we
You
can.
can also do that thing specifically through your Gemini, which is right in your Google. Just go to Gemini. You'll if you're in your email, it's on your upper right hand corner, and it always says like use Gemini. So you can do that as well. Yes, the AI world is beautiful.
And there's like no getting away from it, right? We were having this conversation last night because I thought I was cool over here in ChatGPT still. I'm like, they made a 5.6 workflow. But y'all are way advanced past that.
Y'all are way ahead of me.
But it's like there's no getting away from it. Everything we do is so leveraged through AI. It's like you either adapt or your ass gonna fall off.
I use it personally and business wise together. I know some people have their own chat GPT for business and their own chat GPT personally. I use it together because I want my chat to know me on both levels. And it is it's so crazy how well chat GPT knows you. And it scares the shit out of me. Like example, Ozzy sent leadership 4 questions a couple of weeks ago. And he said, I want y'all to answer these questions. Well, I answered the questions because they were personal questions, like who's the hero in your life? Who the most impact, so I had my answers. I threw those 4 questions in chat GPT and I said, based on what you know about me, how would you answer these questions for me? And it literally answered the questions how I answered them, except it literally went into great detail about your daughter Celeste Hernandez, your mom. Like it's scary. So if you're not using one of the AIs, whether it's Chat GPT, whether it's Claude, I challenge you to do that and start talking to it. It's gonna know you. It's gonna know your business. And I'll even go to my Chat GPT and say, hey, here's the situation. Can you please help me understand from what you know about me so I can understand? And it breaks it down like, well, based on what I know about you, this is how I feel like you would answer it, or how you need to comprehend. Like, it literally talks to you like it's your freaking therapist. So start using it. I'm not one to pay for all 3 different platforms. I love Chat GPT. There are people that are like, I don't like Chat GPT, like Aislinn, she's getting to learn Claude. But Chat GPT is my jam. I have the one that you pay for. And then I woke up this morning and it also has a new feature to it. Something about start voice, like it wants to know your voice. Ooh. So it's just get on one of them. Gemini, Chat, Claude, there's several out there, but start using it. Like, start even when you don't know, like Mike example, like if you were in a situation where no one was available to answer your question about the contingency, like say, hey Chat, I have a listing, I may get an offer with the contingency, what do I need to do to help my seller understand this? And I tell you, it is going to give you line item by line item by line item what you need to do.
Yeah, you should go put that in there. Ask your question to Chat and see what it tells you. That'll be interesting to see what it says. I know I use it too.
I use it a lot, every day.
Every single day.
Every day.
I'll even go, Chat, I have a pound of hamburger meat, a can of cream of mushroom, a bell pepper, and onion. What recipe can I use with these ingredients? And I'm telling you, it will give you all kinds of recipes that you never even heard of.
Wow.
So it's cool. It's really cool.
Also, to add to that, if you do it to where let's say you want to heavily utilize Chat, and like you're wanting to start using the Gemini that's in with our G Suite, you can tell Chat to give me a complete breakdown of my business, my personal life, whatever you want it to know, basically, and it will give a summarized copy and paste version that you can drop into Gemini so it gets caught up on everything about you. So you can do that with like Gemini, Claude, and so like I'll basically get summarized versions from each one and send them to each other, so that way they're all on the same page, because each AI can do things at like different high levels and stuff like that. And so that's kind of how I kind of integrated them to where, because it's kind of like I'm also kind of like married to ChatGPT from a personal level because it's like my therapist. And so and it answers a lot of personal questions and everything, so you can actually ask it to summarize certain parts of what you're wanting the other AI to learn.
Anything else? Got like 13 minutes.
The office pieced out on us.
Question.
What you got?
So I've got my first listing and we came in at 305. It's a 2.5, 2,300 square feet, all new, like finishings and touches on it, paint, all that in Humble. And all of the like market insights and everything say that that's a good price for the area. They're going from like 289 to 315 and all that. We've had over 200 views, but only one appointment. So
Honestly, by being at 305, you are missing those people that are searching, but from 275. So whenever you're searching in like HAR, Zillow, or anything like that, typically it gives ranges, and people aren't necessarily going up to 305. They may be going up to 300. And so you're missing probably a whole batch of buyers by $5,000.
by 5,000, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do I go about reducing that price? This is my first listing, and he's ready to. He's already like he's brought it up to me.
Type up the amendment to the listing to 300,000, send it over to him, say, hey, just got the listing amendment to the listing prepared. Can you sign it so that way we can go ahead and get it reduced?
Hey, wait, hold on. Go to Chin, your listing manager,
Okay.
tag her in the follow-up box file and ask her to create the amendment for you based on what you're changing it to. And then she'll make those changes for you once the amendment's signed.
Okay, so do it all through Chen, get the amendment through her, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is the manager. She'll take care of that for you. You just got to give her the information.
And this Saturday is our open house. Do y'all think I should do it before then or after?
Absolutely.
100% before.
Okay. Got it.
Wow.
Unanimous. Well, I'm glad I spoke up then. Thank y'all.
It's like a double way of being able to advertise your price reduction or price improvements whenever you do it right before an open house. And then it's kind of like, it kind of pushes buyers to kind of come walk through and everything because they're like, ooh, a fresh price kind of thing. Like, I'm actually going to go check it out now. So it kind of like helps drive some traffic more towards the property too.
I like that. Thank you.
Do you know how to check how many favorites you have on your property?
No, not at all.
Okay, I'm going to have to show you because you can blast out. You can't see their whole email address, but like there's a section in your HAR before you get into Matrix, that main HAR page, there's a dashboard and you have like, it's a bookmark leads. So everyone that hearts your listing, you can tell. Sometimes, I mean, I like to watch it just because of the interest level, but there's been times where I had like 70 plus favorites and no activity. Obviously, that means like probably the price is too high, but you can blast out a message to all of those people that are watching it. So if you're doing a price improvement, like I do it before every open house and I do a drip. I'll start it midweek. I'll do like a Wednesday, Friday, and then like the day of like, you're invited, save the date. I obviously I have AI like just write me like a 3-day drip. But you, depending on how many bookmarks you have, you can continue staying in front of those people.
Okay, yeah, if you could at some point show me show me where to do that, that'd be great.
I'll text you after, Lee Jen, okay?
Thank you so much.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, Whitney. I love how you said after Legion.
I know the program.
Anything else, y'all?
We got a good 5 minutes.
5 minutos.
Christine, Brooke, y'all have anything?
Sorry, I missed it. I was giving Sissy breakfast, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to know if you had anything to add to the conversation or have anything that to talk about.
No, I feel like I left my
That made my day.
That's what she has to say about this.
Yeah, she's yapping always.
What were you saying, Christine?
I said I feel like I left my brain on vacation. I need to go back and pick it up.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah. Not really.
Not really, right? When you have to jump back in.
With you.
All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, let's get ready for affirmation. Anybody have anything that